If you're wondering what this is, I recently just went back to boxing practice and I got punched in the face. So that's a pretty gnarly punch. I guess this is like day 2 of the journey, I guess, of me just like documenting the journey. I guess this is that's what it's gonna be. Been learning a lot of analogies, been learning how to reframe better. I know the sales framework and how to do things, obviously. But yeah, this past like this week alone, just been learning analogies. Been learning how to reframe. Been learning why we reframe. And the reason why we reframe is for a couple of things actually. Well, the main thing is that so we limit the amount of objections that we get at the end of the call, obviously. But another thing is that we get this person prepared to actually see that what they've been doing these past couple of years, months, whatever it might have been, is incongruent to the person that they need to be and the actions that they need to take to actually get to their goals. It's not this thing of being extremely upfront and blunt with the other person. No, it was never about that. It was always, and it always had to do with everything about helping that other person realize that what they're doing right now doesn't make sense when we're looking at it from the lens of the person that they want to become and the goals that they want to achieve. Because what you have to realize is that a lot of these people that are stepping on these calls, they haven't gotten to goals. That's why they're on the call. Even the people that step on a call and it's just like, oh, like they don't really have that much pain. They do. That's where they're on a call with you. They have that pain. You gotta dig into that. That's what you do in discovery. We just gotta dig into that. Then when she gets to reframing and asking them, so for example, okay Shane, so you said you wanted to get to 10K a month and spend more time with your family. And you've been trying to do that for the last 4, and that's something that you've wanted for the last 4 years. I gotta ask, man, like, what stopped you, do you believe, in the last 4 years from achieving that goal? And a lot of the times, people will tell you some external factor thing. Very few times are people actually gonna take accountability and accept, like, yeah, I just haven't like bucked up and done it, you know. I just haven't like been the person I need to be and done these things. Very few people, extremely few people, will actually sit down there and tell you that. Why? Because people, honestly, we hate. It's not taking accountability. We don't hate taking accountability. We actually want to. We want someone to, help us take accountability. That's what a lot of people want. But we don't want to feel the pain and the shame that we feel when we take that accountability. We don't want that. Because think about it like this, having to admit to the person that you're this random person that you're on a call with, when our innate human desires for everyone to like us and everyone to think highly of us. Imagine having this random person on this call know your deepest, darkest insecurity about yourself, or deepest, darkest, failure, that you call it a failure. How would that make you feel? It doesn't feel good, right? It doesn't feel good. So most people won't do it. Most people will not do it like that. They will not let you know. They will keep it and they'll blame it on some external factor and make them seem, as Alex Hormozy likes to call it, a very special cupcake. These people need your help, and they need you to be honest with them. They need you to hold them accountable. They need you to help them realize that what they've been doing hasn't been right. The way that they've been going about it hasn't been serving them. There are a couple of examples of this, of reframing someone. When you ask them this question of like, how long has it been since you've wanted to, like seeing that it's been like XYZ amount of time since you've wanted to achieve this goal, whatever goal it might be. Why do you believe that you haven't accomplished it? Then they tell you the factor, they tell you the reason. It's this external thing. It's not internal, it's external. If they tell you anything along the lines of, I haven't found the right time. I have a lot on my plate. I don't have a mentor yet. I don't have the right guidelines. I don't have the right funds. Any other thing that is outside of I have been afraid, I haven't taken the action, I haven't actually put my nose to the grindstone and become resourceful. I haven't done that. It is external, and they're blaming something else. They're letting something else, someone else, a situation outside of them, take the accountability that they're supposed to be taking. And it is your job as a closer on that call with them to help them take the accountability. That's why we use analogies. That's exactly why we use analogies. That's exactly why we reframe. Because we don't want these people to end this call and go back, even though they end up buying or not. We don't want them to end this call and go back to the way that they've always been living. We don't want that. And we also don't want, at the end of the call, when they do end up buying, or when we price drop or anything like that, that they give an objection. An objection that we could have handled a lot sooner. Because at the end of the day, there are two types of people in this world. And I think we can agree on this. There is the person who acts accordingly to the person that he or she wants to become. And then there is the person who doesn't. That is all that there is. It's not black, white, and gray. It's not yellow, green, or red. It is just those two. Acting like the person you want to become. Not acting like the person you want to become. That's it.